I want to scream Opa so bad right now. Oh, I'm not gonna scream it yet. I'm positive. When this episode starts, Jason will be yelling Opa. What if my Opa's not good enough? Should I smash a plate too? Is that something Greek people even do? Am I so culturally blind, I can't keep my South European traditions straight? Anyway, on today's show, we're looking at the 2002 box office juggernaut, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, written by and starring Nia Vardalos. Oh, and she is also joined by the entire Greek acting community of Chicago and podcast alum John Corbett. I don't think I'm going to say it at all. Let's just let Jason take care of the first Opa of the episode. Welcome to You've Got Opa!
Opa! Welcome to You've Got Mails. I'm here with CJ, and today we're going to talk about 2002's humongous box office success, My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah. Welcome.
CJ,
Welcome to a show, our lighthearted, wonderful romantic comedy show that we're going to talk about xenophilia and racism for the next 2 hours.
First of all, I think it's xenophobia.
Xenophilia?
Xenophobia.
Isn't that where you like to sleep with racists?
Oh, xenophilia. Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. Only if they're not alive. I don't know. This got off track. Real fast, let's talk about this movie, CJ. Tell me your experience with this movie. Do you know, because this movie was a, dare I say, cultural phenomenon in the early 2000s. And I'm wondering if you got swept up in that at all, knew anything about it.
I feel like I had seen it at some point. This movie came out, God, when did this come out?
2002.
2002, so I was the ripe age of 17. I think I must have seen it. I remember all that Windex stuff. That was it.
Yeah, so you're a little younger than I am. This probably wasn't, I mean, it shouldn't have been in my realm either. I was 21, but I think at the time, the girl I was dating, I got roped into seeing this movie because it really took the world by storm.
I'm just picturing more you and the frat guys, grab a case, hanging out.
Right?
What are we going to watch? American History X again? No, I got this one. Big Fat Greek Wedding? Let's do that.
Speaking of frat guys, that leads me into my first takeaway from this movie as I started to watch it. You really know this movie is Greek just by the opening credits because they replaced every E with the Greek letter sigma. Did you notice that? It looks like a hard E, like it's kind of like a sideways M. It's like a very
I'd like to hear you pronounce this.
sigma.
No, I mean, is it...
The funny thing is, they replaced all the E's with the Greek letter sigma, which is actually the letter S in the Greek alphabet. So if a Greek person was reading the poster or the credits for this movie, it would actually be My Big Fat Greek Wedding. So yeah, there's that. Which I thought was enjoyable. I remember seeing this movie when I was younger, and I remember enjoying it. Things may have changed for me a little bit. This time around, I'm a little older, a little wiser. I know a little bit more about love and life, and Greek. I've eaten a lot more gyros.
Gyros? Gyro? I've always been told it's gyros.
Gyro. Yeah.
Gyros have lamb meat. Gyros have like the hot dog equivalent. That's all I've ever had.
Oh, I don't know the difference. I just know they're delicious, and I can eat about 6 of them. I want to kind of talk about, before we get into the movie portion of this movie, I want to get into the kind of the financials of this movie, because it blew me away when I actually... Because at the time, I knew like there was a lot of word of mouth about this movie. It really took off out of nowhere. This movie, based on the lead actress, Nia Vardalos.
Yes.
She was in Second City, if you're familiar with that. It's a comedy troupe. So like,
absolutely.
You know, back in the day, it was like John Candy, Rick Moranis. Actually, a woman that's in this movie, Andrea Martin, plays the aunt. She was
Second City is the Chicago version of where all of your favorite SNL stars come from.
Exactly. Andrea Martin was an SCTV original when it was on television. So Nia Vardalos, Second City comedian, if you will, put together a one-person show based on kind of her life experiences as a Greek in America. Well, she was actually in Canada, but she had this huge...
So she plays the father in the show?
No.
She also plays herself?
She plays everyone.
She plays Joey Fatone?
Yeah, she plays the entire 40-person family. But, she started this out as a one-woman play. It caught some traction. People noticed it. They wanted to make a movie about it. Very independent. $5 million budget. It grossed $368.7 million. The highest grossing rom-com of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time. This movie was in theaters, I shit you not, 52 weeks. It was in theaters for a year.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so I'm surprised I'd be surprised if you didn't see it in theaters. I think everybody and their mother saw this movie.
I think I was able to get missed by that one.
Well, you were one of the few. The other stat that I think is really interesting is not only is it the highest grossing rom-com of all time, it's actually the second most profitable movie ever.
Behind
So
Endgame, right? It's got to be.
no, it's not. So when you're looking at like most profitable, you're looking at return over investment. So like,
got to be a
small
horror
budget,
movie.
makes big money. You're very much on the right track. This movie, 61 times its budget. That's nothing though. This is what blew my mind. I had to
Imagine getting paid in percentages on
I had
this.
to check the numbers twice on this. The number one most profitable movie of all time, Paranormal Activity.
Really?
So, well, they made that movie for
Like,
$15,000.
I guess they bought a VHS recorder and
Yeah,
they were
pretty
they were
much.
there.
So Big Fat Greek Wedding was 61 times its budget. Paranormal Activity, 12,980 times its budget is what it made. Nothing will ever touch that, I don't think. But that's the number one most
Why
profitable
the
movie of all
fuck
time.
did we start a podcast? Why are we not
We
getting
should,
like a,
I know,
a
we should
little
just make a
red
$15
camera?
movie and try something out with that. So, I really want to talk about that because this movie really was just like a juggernaut. Like, came in through word of mouth. Also, fun fact, it was never number one at the box office a single week that it was out.
Really?
So, 52 weeks, never the number one movie. Yet, the highest grossing rom-com of all time. Never number one in the box office.
Slow and steady.
It's exactly what it was, and it was just word of mouth. It was just a pebble rolling downhill, just gather, and eventually it just fucking blew up.
Just those old mom and pop cinemas
Yeah.
sitting back going, well, at least we still have my Big Fat Greek Wedding
Yeah.
holding us up today.
Exactly. So let's talk about this movie that broke all these records and made all this money. This is the story of Tula Portokalis, played by Nia Vardalos. Be a lot of vowels in this episode. And she comes from a very big Greek family. And she meets a man who is not Greek, falls in love, and this is kind of the story of her family coming to terms with the fact that she wants to be her own woman and do her own things, and how this new white Anglo-Saxon Protestant man fits into the picture, and whether or not they will accept him and allow them to get married without there being just a ton of tension and unhappiness for everyone involved.
Spoiler alert. There is a lot of lead up to the idea that they're not going to accept him. And then there's a 12-minute scene which they immediately accept him and they're fine.
Yeah, and honestly, it's nice.
There's a lot of conflict built up that they did not pay
There is,
off.
but there's also one person in this movie that doesn't want this to happen. And as you said, that's our xenophobic Greek dad.
Christ, this guy took me on a journey.
Yeah,
Like, my notes are just filled with, holy shit, he's racist.
it's not racism.
There was a point.
It's xenophobia.
There was a point in which he said, yet the 30th thing about how wonderful Greece is, in my mind, I thought, this motherfucker should go back where he came from. And then I thought,
And then you're
holy fuck,
xenophobic.
I'm racist.
Yeah.
This movie brought me into it.
We got to quit saying racist. He's not racist. I think he hates everybody, but it's xenophobia. It's a big difference.
Anybody that's not
It's
Greek.
not your nationality. You're against anyone that's not Greek. So, yes, I'm going to be real on brand here for this podcast. Xenophobia stemming from the Greek word xeno, which means stranger or guest, and phobia, meaning fear.
You had that in your back pocket
I did.
just
If
for
you've
me,
seen-
didn't
if
you,
you've
you
seen
son
the-
of a
If you've
bitch.
seen the movie, you'll understand. Because this guy loves to tell you why every word in the English language originated from the Greek language.
Which this movie is now probably 95% of my knowledge about Greece. I realized at the beginning, I know shit all about like the Greek culture.
Well,
Gyros in this movie.
and I know I hope this doesn't come across as offensive, but I think there's a reason we don't know a lot about Greece, or like a lot of nationality, because I don't think that most Greek people are like this. One of the things that I really didn't get in this movie was when Ian, played by John Corbett, introduces Tula to his family. They're just so like, it's like you're meeting an alien. They're like, oh, so you're Greek? What does that mean? Where is Greek near this? Is Greece near that? I'm like, fucking.
They're
Greek.
very milquetoast.
Yeah, they are very milquetoast, but it's like, when did being Greek become such an exotic, like confusing concept for people to understand?
I feel like his family was just...
But in my defense, I don't really know any Greeks, so all the families could be like this, but I do think this was like Greek turned up to 11. Like I did read a quote, I think from Nia Vardalos, where when she wrote the One Woman Show, she kind of took her life, all these Greek weddings she had been to, all these Greek families that she knew, and she cranked it way up. So I think it is almost a caricature of what a Greek family is.
And that's why his family just seems so bland. Like, I was watching, I was trying to imagine their life, and the only thing I can imagine is, like, his parents definitely have safe words for different occasions, right?
Why do you think they're, like, secret?
I think they're secret freaks.
Secret freaks?
Absolutely. Like, that was a wig she was wearing just for the hell of it. She just wanted to be weird.
I didn't get that at all, but it's certainly a possibility.
You get a couple shots of ouzo in them.
Well, they certainly did that. Yeah, they certainly got a few shots of ouzo in them. But yeah, I thought that was a nice parallel, I guess, like his family life and her family life. So vastly different. I mean, you meet his family, it's literally just two people, and they're so quiet, so boring.
I mean, it plays through all the way, even at the end of it. Of course, it's a wedding. The movie's called My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah.
And when they get to the wedding, and she has somewhere around 3,000 people on her side of the chapel, and he has somewhere around 3.
Oh, yeah, I don't think they invited anyone from his family to this wedding except for the mom and dad.
Guy... Okay, so here's a question for you.
Okay.
You have a lady friend in your life right now.
I do.
If she asked you to just give up your entire culture and just literally baptized into her culture, say she was Greek,
okay,
and she was just like, hey, you love me to be with me. You need to be with me and my family. Like, you need to become us. Join the Borg that is the Greek culture.
Okay.
Would you do it?
CJ, I'm going to tell you a little secret about myself. I don't have any culture. Like, I don't really have, like, a strong cultural background. My family was never big churchgoers, albeit they are religious to a degree. We didn't have any sort of traditions culturally. Like, obviously, you know, we get together for special occasions. You know, there's things that we always do. But there's no, like, I have no ties to, like, a specific culture, I should say. So it would be probably pretty easy for me to just be like, fuck it, I'm Greek now. I mean, the food looked amazing. Like, I'm highly motivated by food. So
I can say, looking at you now, I've never thought of this before.
Okay.
Like, okay, if you look at me and you see this big fucking noggin on my shoulder with this sandy-ish blonde hair, red hair,
right?
You know I'm Irish.
Scottish.
Irish, Scottish, whatever the hell I am. We'll get into that. If I look at you, you're white. That's about all I can make out. Maybe British? English?
I'm a chameleon. I am as at home at an Oktoberfest celebration as I am a St. Patrick's Day celebration.
Wonderful.
I can fit in anywhere.
Like, I know.
I'm the man of 1,000 cultures, yet none at the same time.
I was raised under the understanding that I'm about 50-50 Irish and German.
Okay.
Which raised a million questions growing up because I had a Polish grandmother. So I was like, how the fuck does she fit into the equation? Nobody would ever tell me.
It sounds like a bad Polish joke.
No. Okay. They were like, you're 50-50. And I'm like, well, you know, there's Graham Joyce. What is she? They're like, well, she's Polish, but that doesn't count. I don't know what that meant.
She's not part of the 50. Yeah, it is odd.
And then, as you might know, a few years ago, me and my wife are planning a trip to go to Ireland. I give my father a call. I say, hey, Dad, what parts of Ireland are we even from? And he goes, I don't know. We might be Scottish.
Might be.
Yeah. And I'm so is it McDermott? What? And he's like, I don't know. They called your grandfather the Scot, but that might have been a racist thing too. Who knows? Like, why would you want to know where we were from? And that's okay. So that's my heritage.
Right. So it's a mixed bag. So yeah, you know what we should do? We should get one of those 23andMe kits and do it for the pod and then release the results. Maybe we'll find another episode that focuses on like where you come from and who you are, and it could be like a fun little, we could read our results here in the podcast and just get our minds blown. Just
two grown white guys sitting in a basement, spitting in cups and talking about heritage. This is exactly how it all begins.
Exactly. Oh God, no, never mind. Maybe it's not a good idea. So where do we go from there?
This movie had a lot of, like, so you said all the character comes from her side of the family.
Yeah. Oh,
We
absolutely.
have
There's so many.
Mama Littlefinger, her mother, the neck that turns the head of the family.
Oh, that's such a good quote.
It really was. Like, could you picture that on Game of Thrones?
Oh, it is. I mean, the dad thinks he rules the family with an iron fist and gets exactly what he wants, and this mom is just, he's so dumb. He doesn't realize that, like, she's kind of maneuvering him in every direction. Like, everything that the daughter wants that he won't agree to, the mom is pretty much coming up with a story that makes him give her what she wants and thinks it's his idea and thinks it's so smart.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure every side of every relationship feels that they're that person.
Yeah, and little do you know, you're getting manipulated and turned every which way possible, and you think it's all you're doing, and you're so smart. You're so just wonderful.
Oh, there's tons of times I've gone into a conversation with my wife where I'm like, this aspect of our relationship needs to change. I go in, I talk to her, I come out smiling, happy. I go to bed. 3 a.m, I wake up and I realize nothing fucking changed. She's just snowballed me. She is damn good at this.
And you just gotta accept it. What are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
it's one of the things I love about her.
Yeah. But yeah, we got the mom. She's great.
Got dad drinking Windex, hanging out in the
He
background.
never actually drinks the Windex, right?
You know he does.
He probably does.
Yeah, they used to tell me my grandfather didn't drink rubbing alcohol, but still died of liver failure.
I should have looked that up. I'm trying to find out if there's any medical precedent set that Windex does cure anything, because this guy was just pouring it on himself. Any skin disease, the one day he says that he woke up and his big toe was as big as his head, and he puts Windex on it and it sorted itself out. My man, you got to see a doctor.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that is, but it's not good.
Are Greek people the type of culture that just don't want to see doctors? They're like, you know what? Let me go check the cleaning cabinet first.
Yeah, I don't know. And I had to think, there's a point, they run a family restaurant, and Nia Vardalos' character, Tula, she wants to kind of better herself, and she doesn't want to be in the restaurant her whole life. And the dad is just holding on to her. And all he wants her to do is, as they say at the very beginning of the movie, is Greek women have 3 jobs. They get married, they have lots of Greek babies, and they feed everybody. And this just isn't the life that she wants. So
Maybe I do want a Greek woman.
there's a scene
Maybe
where,
not the babies, but the feeding.
no, the feeding would be great.
Yeah.
There's a scene where, she decides she wants to go to computer school. They show her longingly looking at this flyer for a computer learning school class. And she has to go down into the basement and talk to her dad. And, she's kind of like, there's a lot of unnecessary spending going on here at the restaurant. I think, if we got a computer, we could fix things. And all I could think was, how much is the Windex budget?
Yeah.
Like, that unnecessary spending has to just all hinge on, like, how much. It's not even restaurant-related purchases. It's just Windex.
Just this guy pouring bottles of Windex into the lemon soup in the background.
Oh, how much Windex needs to go into that food? Probably.
Oh, it's being sprayed all over
There's
the
a lot
damn
of health
place.
code violations going on there.
Now, do you think when she went to school that her class was right next to the cosmetology department?
Ha! She does have a great.
She gets a hell of a glow up.
There's a great glow up. Yeah,
She goes like it's a she's all that moment and a half.
it
right
is.
there.
You know what I liked about this though, which they did the classic. Let's throw some glasses on her, and not really do anything with her hair, and just kind of let it hang there. And, that makes her a hideous woman. And then, she takes the glasses off and gets a perm, and all of a sudden she's gorgeous. But what I liked about that in this movie, I liked about this movie a lot, actually, just from her perspective, this is almost the anti-Stella Got Her Groove Back, whereas Stella was in a rut, and the only thing that could fix it was a Jamaican penis. She does all this stuff for herself before she really finds that man. Like, she wants to go to school, not because, like, she wants to marry a guy and meet a nicer guy. She goes to school because she wants to get out of the shadow of her family, and she wants to have a better life for herself, not for somebody else. She takes it upon herself to give herself a makeover because she's just, like she says later in the movie, she's in a frumpy stage. She doesn't want to be, that. She wants to do herself up, feel good about herself, and, all these things. She wants to get a job outside of the restaurant for herself. And then she meets Ian. So that's kind of a cool, like...
Yeah, I didn't even catch on to that. I like that.
It's kind of a cool anti-rom-com trope where, she's doing all this for her. The guy just kind of comes along naturally. And there's also a scene, they meet in the restaurant very early on in the movie when she's in this, air quotes, frumpy stage. Ian comes in for the first time with his best friend, and
she gets awkward.
She gets super awkward. Like she just stares at this guy, just stares. And I thought to myself, if you change the music in this scene to something a little more ominous, like this movie could have went down a very different path, because she is just locked eyes on this
Get a
guy.
little John Carpenter playing in the background.
Just so creepily. But later on, after they meet again, let's say the new and improved Tula meets Ian again, and they start to date and they go out for dinner, it comes out that her family owns this restaurant, and he says, "Oh, I remember you." And she says, "Well, I was kind of in a frumpy stage." He's like, "I don't remember the frumpy. I just remember you." That's not,
this guy's smooth as silk, man.
It is, but it also kind of shows, like, it would have been worse for me if he had not remembered her. And, like, that wasn't, like, on his radar. It was kind of a cool thing to see that, like, he was kind of interested in her, maybe even then, and they just didn't have the chance to talk.
I don't know if he was interested. He was just like, "I remember you." The weird lady that was like dropping shit in the background while she stared at me without blinking for 45 minutes.
But she even makes like a joke at that point, like someone like self-deprecating joke, and no one laughs but Ian. Like he kind of like chuckles and laughs and smiles, and you're like, "Oh, I think he likes her. I think he kind of likes her." So I think that's nice at that point. Like I just really like that about this movie, that it's not about getting a man to fix you. It's fixing yourself up and getting what you want and doing it for yourself. I thought that was kind of a cool thing.
One thing I noticed about this movie that I thought was a little different from any of the movies we've seen so far. There is zero conflict in this movie. They don't have an implosion. They're with each other 100% of the time.
This is the least toxic relationship we've seen yet. Now, we're only 7 movies in. This movie, there's so little drama. All the drama comes from outside.
Yeah, and even that is almost solved before it starts. Most of the time.
Yeah, it's a very pure, nice relationship from the get-go, and there's never, an issue. And the things that come up that could be an issue, like they want to get married, but the family is just, you have to get married in our church, and you can't do that. It's killing us. And Ian's just like, "What do I got to do?"
Get baptized.
Rub me down in baby oil and dunk me in a kiddie pool.
Yeah. Like, as you said, you're not exactly a super religious guy. Would you put on the airs and get baptized in a Greek church? Like a Greek Orthodox church?
All right. I'm going to tell you another thing here.
Are you baptized?
Very late in life for the girl I was dating at the time.
Wow.
Yes. So I
did you feel it? Like, were you like, "I am going to let the Lord enter me"? Or is it just like, "I'm doing this so that I can enter her"?
No, it wasn't like that. It was just, we've been dating for a while, and it was, I started going to church because she went to church, and it was just, people at the church were kept, and I mean, honestly, I was baptized as a baby Catholic.
Yeah.
If we want to get into it. This was a Christian church. I've never been, like I said, I don't come from a super religious family. I myself, I guess, would be what you call agnostic. I don't follow or necessarily prescribe to a certain religion, but I kind of feel like there's a bigger something out there.
Every 15, 20 years you get baptized just to be sure.
Yeah, right? It's like I feel like this one's wearing off. But it was kind of just like, it was something that, we did together, not the baptism, but like started going to church, and kind of became part of this like church group. And it was just the progression that it took. And
well, I have good news for you.
You know what could it hurt? It can't hurt anything. So I have
great news for you.
Okay.
If we're going to continue doing this podcast, I have this kiddie pool over here.
Please.
And I'm going to need you to fill your cup up and get on in there.
All right. I mean, I'll get baptized for the podcast.
Just getting baptized. See, I got baptized. I was raised Baptist.
Yeah.
I got baptized the way most Baptist kids are baptized, which is...
Please tell me it was in a river.
No, 3 deacons cornered me and reminded me that I am going to go to hell for absolute eternity unless I let this guy dunk me in the water.
So you got a little peer pressured.
Oh, absolutely.
Into the baptism.
Yeah, that's the way those guys worked.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I mean, I may need to get baptized a third time because I'm not sure. That was 2. I don't know if one baptism kind of negates the other one, so I may need a third one just to be safe. They do say third time's a charm. So
absolutely, maybe it'll stick.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it here in the backyard. We'll do a live show. We'll invite everybody over. I'll do a podcast from inside of the pool. It'll be, and at the very end, we'll dunk me.
Nice. Microphone tips over, electrocutes you. It'll be a good one.
Into the pod, everybody. It's a good run. I mean, we're definitely going to get a lot of downloads for that one, right? You would think.
Live baptism episode.
Well, if I get electrocuted at the end, absolutely. People are going to want to hear that.
All right, to get off the awkward stuff,
Okay.
because I know we normally talk about the music in these movies a little bit.
Yeah.
This
terrible in this movie.
background, this composer was rock fucking hard the entire time. Like every single second of this movie had a composition behind it going.
It did. It was all just like, I assume, traditional Greek music, which isn't really my style. Like there's a scene when they have the Easter dinner when Ian finally meets all the family and everyone's doing that like Greek dance. I don't know what you call that, where they get the arms out and doing which actually, and I'm just thinking of this now because I kind of did some research when the movie first started. They work at a restaurant called the Dancing Zorba, and the Zorba is actually a Greek dance. So maybe that's what they were doing.
Oh, so is that what they're doing?
I think they may have been doing the Zorba. But I was just thinking, like, this music has no beat to it. Like, I don't even know how they're dancing right now. None of this, it just doesn't look right.
Their bodies make the beats.
Yeah, well, it wasn't doing it for me. Yeah, but yeah, the music was just meh.
It was just kind of there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really say that I enjoyed it. Fun musical tidbit, I guess you could call it, little Easter egg.
Joey Fatone.
Well, there's Joey Fatone in this movie. And he actually has one of my favorite lines from the movie.
Known Italian guy, Joey Fatone.
There's a great line when Ian starts to integrate himself into the family. They're at a big family function, and Tula's brother Nicky comes up to him, and he's kind of talking to him, saying he's glad he met him, and then he gets real serious, and he goes, "Hey, if you ever hurt my sister, I'll kill you." And it gets real quiet, and he's like, "I'm just messing with you." And it's kind of this running bit where it goes back and forth, where he brings him down. And then he tells him he's going to kill him again. And then he gets him up, and then he brings him down. And then at one point he looks over at Joey Fatone's character and yells out, "Hey, say hi to Ian." And he goes, "Ian, we're going to kill you." And I thought that was probably the best line of the movie.
Yeah, they worked on their schemes beforehand.
Yeah, so thank you, Joey Fatone, for that.
I actually had a similar thing in my life with my brother-in-laws before we got married, before I even engaged.
Yeah.
One of my brother-in-laws was one of the first guys I pulled the ring out. I was like, "Hey, this is going to happen." He goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. You got to go ask my dad." And I was like, "Oh, is it that kind of tradition?" And my wife's father is not a traditionalist at all.
Okay,
like he's just a cool old dude.
Yeah.
So I get all amped up about this. I drive out to his house on a Saturday afternoon, get out of the car. He's like, "Hey, can I talk to you?" He's immediately like, "Why the fuck is this guy coming to my house on a Saturday afternoon and coming out all serious?" So, I sit down and I tell him, I say, "Your son told me that, all the other men in the family asked you beforehand and made sure it was all right. So I just wanted to do the right thing." And he's like, "He's messing with you, right?" Nobody ever asked me.
He's like,
"I'd like you to marry my daughter, but I don't care if you ask me. Like, why would it matter if I cared?"
So he's the exact opposite of the dad from My Big Fat Greek Wedding, then. Because
exactly.
He is adamant that he gets asked.
He's like, "It's good that you want a beer or."
Yeah, right. This was all. Do you want? Should I reimburse you for the gas money? You drove all the way out. This wasn't necessary at all.
The brother reminded me of that. Just kind of always messing with you.
I feel like that, and that's always. And I feel like we've probably done that. You have a sister. I don't. But we have. We're friends with a lot of families, and we kind of look at some people's sisters like our own, friends of ours like sisters. So we've
absolutely.
all done that thing where they start dating somebody new, and you kind of pull them aside and go, "Hey, you seem like a nice guy, but don't fuck this up."
Oh, I used to rough up my sister's boyfriends.
Yeah.
Well, if they were not just for no reason, not to be an asshole. Like if they turned out to be scumbags, I'd rough them up. You know what she did?
What?
She started dating refrigerators with faces. Like guys that would just beat the crap out of me if I ever thought about it.
That's unfortunate. Then you just got to call him back up. Then you roll up with me and a couple other people, and we go, "Hey, we got to talk to you."
So that me and four of my friends get beat up at the same time
hold him down
by the largest man you've ever seen.
Oh, that's not good. But we got off track a little bit because we were talking about the music, and we brought up Joey Fatone. The little Easter egg that I wanted to bring up. I don't know if you saw this, but Tom Hanks produced this movie.
I did.
Yeah.
And actually it's Rita Wilson, his wife,
she also
who brought it to him.
Yeah, she went and saw, which this is the other cool fact about kind of the beginning of this movie, the starts of this movie in the one-woman play. Nia Vardalos was doing it at a theater in California, and it was very limited run. And she sent flyers out to every Greek Orthodox church in the area, and they oversold the play or the show by a large amount. So they actually had to extend the run of it, and it kind of kept it going. Like, so
if there's anything this movie taught me, is Greeks roll deep.
Yeah, right. And it was very smart on her part. But Rita Wilson, Tom Hanks' wife, who is Greek, and went and saw it, and then immediately went home and told Tom Hanks, like, you have to go see this. This should be a movie. And it kind of got the whole ball rolling. And she'd already been shopping the movie, but really with no luck because the studios wanted to change so much about it. First off, one studio wanted to make the movie about a Hispanic family. I guess they thought that was more marketable than Greeks. I don't know where they're.
I just wish I could sit in on these studio meetings sometimes.
And then another big sticking point: a lot of the studios that were kind of interested in this did not want Nia Vardalos as the main. I mean, she never really acted before.
She never acted, and also she's 40, playing a 30-year-old.
Which I didn't realize that until after I started researching the movie. I never would have noticed. I didn't think she looked.
Actually, it's the only time I can ever think of where the lead actress is being played by somebody that is older than them by a significant amount. The character's being played by a much older actress.
That is, and it's
not much, but
it's kind of the Hollywood thing. I don't know if you found this out while you were researching either. Kind of speaking of actresses and age, the woman who played John Corbett's mom in this movie, only 10 years older than him.
Well, kids are having them younger and younger nowadays.
It's just this Hollywood standard where like any woman over 40 can immediately be cast as like a 70-year-old mother, like a 30-year-old man. But
did you say is John Corbett? He's the father from To All the Boys I Loved Before?
This
right?
is his second appearance.
Cool dad.
Yeah, cool dad. Yeah, he's made a number. This is number 2 for John Corbett.
Nice.
God, I got to get back to this. All right, so the music trivia tidbit that I have. Tom Hanks related. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie That Thing You Do.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a Tom Hanks produced. Tom Hanks is in it. Did he direct? I'm not sure, but it was a big Tom Hanks project. At the end of the wedding reception, the wedding band is playing songs from the fictional band from the movie That Thing You Do, which I thought was a very cool little Easter egg. This may have been. I don't know. I shouldn't say it is. Because I think maybe That Thing You Do is produced under the same label, but I'm not sure. But the Playtone label that pops up at the beginning of the movie, that's Tom Hanks' production company, and that is directly related to That Thing You Do. That was the record label from That Thing You Do, and then he carried it on. That's his production company. So if you ever see a movie...
So these all take place in the Hanks-averse.
That's right. This is the Hanks-verse of movies. So if you ever see that logo, that means Tom Hanks had a hand in it. And I feel like everything would be better with Tom Hanks' hand in it.
Nice. Now, I want to know, where the fuck was Belky Bartokomous during this movie?
He would have fit in real well.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. He was from Mypos. Was that Greece?
I think that was making fun of Greece.
It probably, well, I mean, with a name like Bartokomous, probably.
Yeah, like that's all I could think, because some of these characters are, I wouldn't even call them characters. Caricatures.
Caricatures.
Yes, of human beings that may exist. Yeah. The whole time I'm like, Bronson Pinchot should be here.
I mean...
Like, he should have had a little jump out on
at least 40 cousins. Why not throw Balky in as one of
them? Yeah. We have Nicky, Nicholas, and Balky.
It was so good. 3/4 of this cast name is Nicky, and then the other one is I forget what the female name was, but they introduced the family, and it was just like, this is Nicky,
yeah,
and Nicky.
Throw a little Balky in there.
It was great. All right, well, CJ, I think we've gotten to the point of the pod where we need to
already.
I think so. Yeah, I think we need to give out our grand gestures to this movie and kind of tell me what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Any final thoughts before we take that next step and move on to the wedding?
Sure. Ooh. Well, like I said, the whole Greek thing, and I don't quite get heavy culture. A lot like you. Like, even for Christmas, I called my parents. Like, well, I'm not a very traditionalist person.
Okay.
But I have nothing against the Greek people, but it does seem exhausting. Like, everything has to have 900 people around. Everything has to have 50, 60 pounds of food involved.
I mean, that part sounds great to me.
Yeah, but if you had to facilitate that, it would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're both kind of, excuse me, in the same boat where we don't have real big extended families. If I'm correct, I mean, you have brothers and sisters. I'm a only child, but it was a very small tight knit group. My mom and dad, and then a lot of my family on my dad's side lived a little further away, so it was a lot of just like my mom's direct family, and that was it. So any kind of like holiday occasion, birthdays, Christmases, it's 7-8 people max at all times.
I come from the family is the people you choose kind of school of thought on this.
Yeah, but it's just this movie in a way almost it makes you want, which is why I would probably just go ahead and get baptized Greek, just so I can be a part of this big family. Like that looks like a good time to me.
Not even for a girl. It's just like, hey, can I come to Sunday dinner? Yeah, you got to get baptized. All right.
Yeah, like can I just get baptized in as a cousin? Like, is that a possibility? I'll change my name to Nikki. I don't give a shit.
But my real flowers for this, I wanted to bring up a couple things. Well, really, just one thing is Grandma.
Oh yeah.
Much like To All the Boys I Loved Before, with the adorable younger sister, adorable old people, man. Just awesome. And one of my favorite things, so she escapes.
Yes.
Constantly. And the neighbor woman brings her home and says, hey, keep her off my lawn. That neighbor woman, Jane Eastwood. It runs in the family. Keep them off the damn lawn.
Her name is Jane Eastwood?
It is.
Is she related?
No relation. But
okay.
I thought that was a fun coincidence that, just people named Eastwood telling other people to stay the hell off the lawn.
Oh, that is pretty enjoyable.
But Grandma was awesome. I loved her to death.
I do have to say, I really like the Grandma character. If you put this in the lens of reality, they're doing a horrible job taking care of that woman. She is clearly lost her mind. Dementia. She thinks she's still... I had to research this. I don't know if you know about this. There was actually, I believe it was after World War I, there was a very large war fought between Greece and Turkey. Like 300,000, I want to say, at least Greek died.
That explains the actual racism in this was against the Turks.
And she is like constantly when she's just out of her mind, like screaming about the Turks and Turkish people. It's like poor Grandma is stuck in this war from the 1920s where she probably lost a ton of people. They probably moved to America to escape these atrocities. And poor Grandma's still in it and just trying to escape and run away at all times. And I think, she says that, she's calling the neighbors Turkish. I'm pretty sure she's trying to get over to their house to murder them. Like, not a doubt in my mind that when she escapes and she heads directly there every time, Grandma's got murder on her mind.
And her family treats her like a hamster with a cage that just keeps popping open.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, Grandma got out again. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Meanwhile, she's just a hair away from murdering the neighbors every time, and thank God she's just a 90-year-old invalid and can't do it.
So throw me your flowers for this movie.
You know what? I'm trying to think. I think I covered most of what I wanted to cover for this one. I did like that, I don't know if you caught this, the sister, Athena, who has, I think, 4 kids when the movie starts.
She's even pregnant in the final scene.
But she's also, if you didn't notice, pregnant throughout the movie. Which kind of shows, like, the timeline. Because the whole movie kind of seems like it happens very fast. But if you're paying attention, you'll see that at the beginning when we meet the sister, she has the 4 kids. About midway through, she's pregnant. At the wedding, she's holding a baby. And then we do like the final scene where they flash forward 6 years. Dad has graciously bought them a house right next door, which is insane to me. Like
power play right there.
Yeah, exactly. So we see them at the house getting ready to leave, and sister is pregnant again. So when Dad says that Greek women have 3 jobs and one of them is making Greek babies, she takes her job very seriously.
That woman was a uterus with eyes.
Oh, wow.
She's pregnant the entire movie.
Yeah, I mean, she's already got 4 kids, and they're all roughly the same age from the looks of it.
Yeah, like little Nicky, Nicholas, and Nick.
Yeah, when they roll into the diner, they're all probably within a year of each other. So I get the feeling that Athena's getting no rest. But other than that, like just no implosion. That was the big thing for me. This was just impressive.
Zero conflict.
Yeah, just the most wholesome relationship we've seen so far. No fighting. They just genuinely seemed like they loved each other. It was a very nice, I can pick apart every movie we watch. I kind of am just like, oh, why are you together? Why are you doing this? Like, don't do that. Do this. This is stupid. I didn't have that in this movie.
Yeah.
It's just very much like, these. I hope it works out for these kids.
And when the movie title is about their wedding, you know how it's going to end.
But we know how all these movies are going to end. Like, there's never a movie where I see that we've watched yet where I'm like, well, I don't know where this is going. You kind of already know if you're diving into this realm of romantic comedies, romantic dramas. At least the comedies for sure. Like, the two main characters are not together. There's no doubt in your mind. Dramas, I guess, there's a little more gray area when it comes to that. But as far as this movie goes, and also, I know there's a My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 and a My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3.
Don't worry, folks, they're on the list.
Which I'm kind of hoping, actually, that they're all her wedding. That, like, everyone doesn't work out and we get a new guy each movie. But I don't think that's how it's going to work.
She just remarries John Corbett every time.
Yeah, I'm wondering who's getting married in the next one. Probably one of Athena's 10 kids.
Yeah.
At this point, because there's a little bit of time goes
The
fast.
football team that woman has dropped out of her pelvis.
Yeah. So I think those were my big ones. So I think now we turn this chick flick into a dick flick.
Oh, yeah. Do you got one? Or do you want me to go first?
I do have one. And
Okay.
I don't know if mine's good or not, so I'll go first and let you try to follow
It's
it up.
always great.
So there is a scene in this movie where Aunt Tula, or Aunt Vola, I believe is her name, played by Andrea Martin, who I think is great in this movie.
Oh, she's hilarious.
Yeah, she's hilarious. She's a very bright spot of this movie. Tells a weird story. So they invite John Corbett's mom and dad over for a big family dinner. It was always supposed to be a few people, and then they roll up, and in apparently true Greek fashion, there's 40 Greeks on the front yard just roasting a lamb.
Well, it was Thursday night. They were already there.
Yeah, right? So it turns into this giant big party, and there's a scene where Aunt Vola is sitting on the couch next to the family, and she's telling them a story about how they found the lump on her. And they cut the lump open, and inside there's some teeth, like a little bit of a spinal cord.
That story can only be real. That has to be real. Nobody could make that up.
I mean, I've certainly heard that story before in like other scenarios. I'm sure it happens. I don't know if it actually happened to Andrea Martin. I could probably research that. But she tells this just weird story about how, she basically had a conjoined twin growing inside of her, right? This is where the movie, for me, turns into a dick flick. We get the meet cute at the beginning. They start to date. The family is extreme, just like in the movie. They're very loud, they're very, but there's something a little off. Like, you're not really sure. You get ominous feeling as opposed to like a funny feeling when everybody's, all the family's introduced and cutting up and things. So they invite the family over to the party. Aunt Vola tells this story. And then the whole family kind of gets real weird and quiet. They start locking the doors, pulling the blinds. Everything gets real dark. You find out that conjoined twin survived. And there is this genetic freak show of a twin that they keep locked in the basement. And it survives off of the flesh of white Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
Boiled in Windex.
And now this movie takes like a Texas Chainsaw kind of turn where this is just a family of lunatics. It's all run by Yaya. She's not really crazy. She's an evil mastermind who's actually this conjoined twin is actually, one step below her. This was her daughter's child. So she's, an aunt or a grandmother, whatever, to this. I guess she's a grandmother to this horrible freak of nature living in the basement. So they entrap people and bring them to the house and have to feed them to this thing. So now it's just a fight for survival with John Corbett and his mom and dad.
I love this.
And then Nia Vardalos' character, she kind of knows what's going on, but isn't really sure. And now she has to decide, does she side with the family or does she break free from this life and make a life with John Corbett? So in the end, you still get that whole, I'm going to do things for myself and be my own person. Because eventually, she helps them escape and they run off together and everybody's happy.
I love it.
But yeah, I call this my big fat Greek massacre. And that's my chick flick to a dick flick.
I love it. That's awesome. I thought about this was, all right, so the dad, the only little bit of conflict we have in this is the dad really doesn't want him, for like 5 minutes, doesn't want him to be married to his daughter.
Right. He's easily convinced.
Once he makes his way in, he proves to the family that he's a worthy guy for his daughter. That's where things start to change. The dad pulls him aside and he goes, okay, well, now that you're on the inside, we need to talk about why we're here in America anyway. Do you know what one of the most imported fake substances on the planet is?
What?
Extra virgin olive oil.
Really?
Yes. It is. It's one of the most counterfeited substances on the planet, run by a lot of organized crime.
Oh my.
We find out the dad is the baron of the... So we go straight into Goodfellas with the voiceovers and everything.
I got real mafia vibes from this movie. And all
Absolutely.
So yeah.
And then we find out John Corbett's a fucking plant. He's a Fed.
Oh, DEA
who was
agent
sent in.
John Corbett.
And much in the same way, she has to choose. Is it her Fed husband, who they do end up falling in love with each other?
Yeah.
Or does she help the family?
So we're kind of on the
bringing
same
in
page
the olive
here.
oil.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So many people die. This is where I want to go. My big fat Greek Goodfellas. No, I can't rename it like you did. But that's it right there.
Greek
They
fellas.
are importing extra virgin olive oil.
I did not know there was such a demand for fake virgin olive oil.
Oh yeah, it's like wasabi. It's one of those things where like
I didn't.
most people have never actually had real extra virgin olive oil.
Wow.
I had to look this up. I went down a rabbit hole because of this movie.
It's just, why is everybody putting their dicks in the olive oil and making it not extra virgin anymore?
Oh, well, I mean, it's smooth and it's... So, what about Nicolas Cage?
I'm sorry. Yeah, so I will connect this movie to Nicolas Cage as only I know how. By Joey Fatone. It had to be Joey Fatone. Who else is it going to be? You know? It's
Please
gonna
do.
be me, is what Joey Fatone said. And
You've
I
been
was
sitting on that all day. You've been waiting.
So, Joey Fatone is in Trolls Band Together, the animated Trolls movie, because I do know that the whole entire group of NSYNC is in that movie. Amy Schumer is in Trolls Band Together. She stars in a movie called Trainwreck, directed by Judd Apatow. Great cameo in that movie by my boy, John Cena. You may not have seen him. Sometimes you can't.
You can't see
He
him.
is in a movie that recently just came out, which is on our list. Barbie, the Barbie movie. Okay? Margot Robbie plays Barbie. She's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a Quentin Tarantino movie, which also has a small cameo by Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell is in another Tarantino joint. This time, along with Robert Rodriguez, they did the Grindhouse movie, where it was the two separate films that they released in theaters together, kind of an homage to Grindhouse pictures.
Okay.
In between the two movies, there were fake trailers. In those fake trailers, there's one directed by Rob Zombie. It's for a movie called Werewolf Women of the SS. In that trailer, Nicolas Cage, he is uncredited, but I guarantee you it's Nicolas Cage, plays Fu Manchu. And that is how I've connected Joey Fatone to Nicolas Cage.
In like
You're welcome,
15
America.
steps?
I don't think so. I don't know how that works. I think that it was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies.
Okay.
So
Okay, so you're going by movie. All right.
I guess. I'm not really sure how
Yeah,
the
I don't
6
know how that
degrees
really works either.
It worked in my head. I mean, if I gotta do it in 50 just to have a good time, you know. We're sometimes,
That's true. I mean,
sometimes this podcast needs a little filler. And if it takes me going through Nicolas Cage one
I mean,
by
you could have just gone with the guy's original name was Coppola, and he's probably in the background of this movie somewhere.
he might, yeah, probably. I'm sure he was. All right, but that's how I did it. So what's your what's the news on your Nick Cage front?
So I'm gonna go ahead and add him into this movie.
Okay.
One of the 25 montages in this movie had a scene where the dad was looking for a better suitor.
Oh,
For
yes.
And I would like him to be, there is a guy that is obviously a sex criminal that is like just
100%.
licking the hell out of a spoon while he stares at, I'm hoping her and not the dad or not the lamb on the table or whatever.
I don't know.
I want that to be Nicolas Cage.
I did want to bring that up at some point. For a guy that cares so much about his daughter, when they show all the guys that he brings over for dinner to try to marry her, most of those guys are probably at least like 50 or 60, and she's supposed to be 30 years old.
Yeah, what the hell?
That dad is just an idiot.
Not one of those even seemed, I mean, I know that was the joke, is they're not suitable, But is there no...
But not even reasonably suitable. Like, I don't know where this guy was finding these. Did he put on a Craigslist ad? It was very sketchy.
Yeah, there's not a single suitable Greek guy in all of... Where the hell did this movie even take place?
Chicago.
Chicago.
The Bears.
Jesus. All right, so does that take us to our next movie on the list?
No, we have to rate this thing, CJ.
Oh, jeez.
Don't get that crazy yet.
All right, so does that take us to rating this?
Yes, it does. Let's rate this bad boy. You can go first.
I'm going to give it a 2.25.
Is that... That's low.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
I mean, I just didn't have any investment in any of these people. Maybe it's all on me, honestly. I didn't quite understand a lot of the tradition. Not the Greek tradition, but the family tradition
This
stuff.
movie was a cultural phenomenon. Only gets
I
2
know.
and a quarter? My goodness.
Hey, if I ever get a time machine, I'll go back and see it in theaters and give it its money. But
So you're saying the tradition and stuff didn't hit for you, so I guess it was kind of all Greek to you, eh?
you son of a bitch.
Ah, got him.
Go home.
I will after I rate this thing. I'm not going to be quite as harsh as you, but also this movie was by no means a cinematic masterpiece. I appreciate it a lot for what it did. I mean, just like I said, 61 times the fucking return on the budget is insane to me. Like, just it obviously hit a lot of things for a lot of people. For it to do as well as it did and to like just stay in theaters for 52 weeks, that's insane. Like, I don't know if any other movie has ever been in theaters for a year. I'm sure they're out there, but this is just, that is wild on its own. I enjoyed the movie. I remember when I saw it in theaters, I liked it. I don't think I liked it as much this time around. I don't know if it was just dated for me or because I already knew what was coming. But I would give it a 3.25. Totally inoffensive, just a nice romance story. Not too toxic, aside from the xenophobia that was running rampant through it. By far, Dad was the most toxic character. I mean, everybody knew where it was going. It was just kind of... It was there. It wasn't hard to get through. I didn't have a bad time. Yeah, 3.25. Not the worst, not the best. Didn't hate it. Didn't make me want to poke my eyes out.
All right, you know what? I'll raise it up a little bit.
No, you don't have
2.75.
Oh, you don't have to do that on my account. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. It's fine.
No, I mean, I liked it. I just it didn't blow me out of the water or anything like that.
All right. Well, I'm glad I could sway you up a few points.
I did really want some lamb after
I don't have any skin in this game. You rate it however you want. It's not going to bother me any. All right. So let's roll our next movie then, shall we?
All right. Let me pull up this random number generator.
All right, give me a number between 1 and, hang on, let me check the list and see where we're at. 184.
All right. We are going another low number. Number 28.
Number 28. Let me see what we've got. Oh. Bridges of Madison County.
Oh.
Tell me what you know about this movie, CJ.
It has covered bridges.
It does.
I know it's about... is there a Madison County in PA? Does this take place in Pennsylvania?
I don't know. It could. I think we do have a lot of large, maybe Amish community. Is this an Amish romance we're about to embark on?
Oh, is there such thing?
Yeah, but it's all very straightforward and through a sheet, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that might be wrong, but I don't think any Amish people are going to find out to correct
They
you.
ain't listening to this if they're real Amish, so we can say whatever we want. Although I have seen that Amish Mafia show there. It's fucking terrifying.
So what do you know about Bridges of Madison County? Anything?
I don't know a lot. I know this was, I think, like a big movie in, I want to say, the 90s. I know of it. I think it's Clint Eastwood.
Oh.
Yeah, let me check the Google and make sure.
Wait, is he the romantic lead in this?
It's got to be. I mean, what else? I mean, it's got to be.
He looks like his hands could grate cheese.
Some women like a nice rough hand on a man.
All right.
Yeah, yes, it's Clint Eastwood.
Speaking of getting off my fucking lawn. All right.
Yeah, right. Meryl Streep and not a lot of other people that I recognize, so this should be interesting. I'm pretty sure this movie was a big deal when it came out, so
okay.
I think
this has got to be one from a book or something.
This is up there as far as like greatest romantic stories of all time, I feel like.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what they said about The Notebook, and we see how that went.
Yeah, you're right. Well, let's hope this one goes better than that one. Until next time, when we discuss Bridges of Madison County, if everybody could check us out on the socials, on Facebook, where You've Got Mails, stream us wherever podcasts are streamed, tell your friends, tell your mom's friends, Tell your 30 cousins named Nikki. We'd love for everyone to listen, and we appreciate all of you out there. And until next time, stay romantic and don't be shitty to each other.
And then go get your fucking shine box.
There it is.